One of my mentees made $417,382.50 in 90 days after finding me on my Instagram at ecommerce with Abdul. Now the thing is, he had no prior brand, no massive audience, and trust me, he didn't even have a trust fund. So what changed his life wasn't luck. It was structure and access to capital. So in this video, I'll break down exactly how we did it, what most people ignore, and why this works even if you're starting from scratch. So let me give you context. He was frustrated with his job, smart, hardworking, but boxed in, right? It wasn't broke, it was limited. Limited by income, limited by time, and limited by lack of leverage. So he had seen e-commerce before, but all he saw was dropshipping chaos, influencers flexing, people guessing products. Then he found me on Instagram, systems. So here's the moment that matters. He realized effort wasn't his problem, access was. His problem was he realized that he had not much access to capital, strategy, execution, clarity. This is what made him decide to reach out. So instead of trying alone, he chose to learn properly. Now for context, I've built and sold 2 e-commerce brands for $128 million. And I don't teach tactics in isolation. I teach how real businesses are being built. So the first thing we didn't do was run ads, right? And we didn't build a store, unlike what others focus on, right? We built a brand. And how exactly did we do this? It just boils down to one thing: positioning, right? And for us to do that, we needed to have the right messaging, and lastly, the right market understanding. And it was only when we were able to get these 3 correct that we were able to build a successful brand that ended up making him the money he made, right? Because traffic without leverage just burns money, right? So the 3 pillars that made this possible is 1, building a real brand, right? Which I'm just gonna put here, building a real brand. And we chose one product category, right? We decided that, okay, we wanted to sell something that already was in existence in the market and was already making money anyways, right? So by doing this, we focused on one product category, and that was anti-snore, right? Now we know in America that obesity exists. Like there's a high level of obesity in America, and if you've slept in a room where a fat person was before, you can be rest assured they snore a lot, right? So which shows that 1, we already have a market, 2, we have a demand, we have an existing desire. People who snore don't really like it because it comes with a lot of stigma, right? And it can also lead to health issues, health complications, right? Because you're not really breathing properly, and your brain isn't well oxygenated, right? So because of this, it could cause permanent damages to your body, right? So when we decided on this, we decided we're not selling products. We would sell one thing and one thing only, which is we wanted to sell relief, right? And by selling them relief, we provide them better sleep and also better relationships, right? Because think about it, someone who sleeps and snores deeply will not get a good quality sleep, right? And also this would affect their relationships. I remember growing up, when I would see my dad snore, it used to piss me off because I'm like, damn, I can't allow this man go to bed before me, because if he does sleep before me now, I'm not going to be able to sleep when you're hearing someone go every time. Yeah, someone go sleep that way, and it ruins relationships, right? So for us, our positioning was we wanted to sell to this market without being cheapened or being seen as a commodity, but our messaging came from us having a proper understanding of the market, right? And this meant that by them having better sleep and better relationships, that means they had better mornings, right? Because they woke up now energized and knowing what to do, right? So every touch point for us screamed credibility. And this is how you steal market share, right? You don't compete on price, you don't compete on being the lowest or the cheapest in the market, you focus on clarity, right? You focus on clarity. And now the second aspect that was very, very important, which is what part most gurus never talk about, is you don't scale your businesses with personal money forever. Now, one of the things that I teach is I taught him how to structure his company properly in the US so he could access up to $250,000 in business credit, right? By doing this, he was able to get approved for $100,000. Now, this meant he didn't have to take loans from friends, didn't have to gamble his savings, and he didn't even have to take institutional capital, right? By doing this, he was able to have access to $100,000, and that literally changed everything. But it's not just access to capital that matters, right? It's about using capital the right way, and that's where it leads us to the aspect of us deploying capital. Now, we didn't just spray money on ads, we invested in a couple things, right? One, marketing that couldn't be ignored, right? Product experience that created repeat buyers, right? And campaigns that dominated attention. Right? So when capital meets competence, growth easily accelerates. And this is how you steal market share. And the result, within 19 days, we were able to, within 90 days, we were able to make $417,382.50 in 90 days. The brand was able to generate $417,382.50. Now, these are not hype numbers. These are real sales from a business built correctly. And I'm going to have that attached here on the dashboard, just so you can see. This isn't about anti-snort products. It's about leverage. Most people are stuck because they don't build brands. They don't understand capital. They guess instead of structure. Now, once you fix those three, everything changes, right? So this is why people come to me, and they come to me not for motivation. They come to me for clarity, capital, and execution. So if you want to learn how to build a real brand, how to access business credit, how to scale without burning yourself out, there's a link below to work with me. Now, mind you, this isn't for dabblers. It's for people who want to stop playing small. So apply and we'll see if it makes sense, right? Now, in this video, I broke down how to build an e-commerce brand that makes $1 million in 2026.